Yes.
So I have to completely re-record yesterday's class. So I'm going to do that this evening with Andrew. Okay. But yeah, what did we do? Some more.
Yeah.
And leg hook takedown. Leg hook takedown and Kimura. So today's class, I'm going to put the coffee down and I'm going to be a professional.
I'm gonna do a little
break falls in base. Drama. Double break falls on the side, please. And thank you. You got this. Don't overthink. I'm not watching. I'm not going to watch. I'm sure that was perfect. It's amazing. I'm proud of you. It sounded bad.
I'm glad you're not looking.
I'm not looking. I'm not watching. I am tying my belts.
Should I do 2 laps?
You should definitely do 2 laps.
Laps.
Don't show me the Comcast thing.
No.
You're doing great. Keep it up. I'm not watching. I can't. Last night, so I've got the laptop hooked up to the TV so I can watch things that I'm not allowed to watch. Came out wrong. I have to hook up the laptop to the TV. I'm laying on the back, and she's looking at me like, "Are you gonna stand at base? Huh? Are you gonna stand at base?" Yes, always and forever. Doesn't matter if I'm laying on the ground wearing my bathrobe, doing the computer, the HDMI cable. I'm gonna stand up at base because the more you do something, the better you get at it. Okay, you don't get to learn something once and then do it 20 times and be a professional. It has to become a part of your life. So I highly recommend break balls forever and ever and ever, anytime that you can. You're doing very good. You got this. Come on, you had some carbs.
I'm gonna do.
You're good. Keep it up. Now, today's class, we're going to be going over what's called the stage 5 defense. So in previous classes, we talked about punch block. Okay, so punch block, when we break it down into the kind of kids class, it's stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's not punch block. You have to learn it in little steps. Okay, and unless you ask Hickson and you say like, "Oh, so what do you do for stage 2?" He's like, "There's no stage 2." That doesn't help me. There's always going to be a stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 when you start to learn stuff. The concept behind punch block is to not let them punch you. That's it. So if I'm on an angle and adding weight, it's going to be a lot harder for you to punch me from the closed guard. Today, we're going to pretend that we're not Hickson. And we're going to deal with people trying to punch us in the face. So you're doing great. Proud of you. Feel that right fucking foot is killing you. Good. Okay. So stage 5, what I mean is stage 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. In the closed guard, it's going to be very close. The further somebody gets away from us, the more space we want. Okay. You good? So disrespectful. We're going to be dealing with 2 feet on the hips and throwing the legs across the rollover defense and people trying to stomp on you and do a sakuraba. It's sakuraba. Right on. First thing first, I'm going to punch you in the head. Good?
Oh my God.
Yeah. I want you to stand in front of me 1 hand's distance, please. So just as a bit of a warm-up drill, rather than doing the punch block on the wall, the flinch drill, for now, hands up, knuckles in the eye line. Yes, 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 you're doing great. It's almost like you do it a lot, okay? So keep in mind, I am not a professional boxer, okay? This is just a reflex development drill. This is not what I want you to do if you go into a cage, all right? So never feel like when I'm showing this, that this is what you're supposed to do. There's a million different options. Again, please, right now, this is just her saying, no, please don't touch me. Right? Nothing wrong with that, okay? We're gonna add on to that. There's another way of saying, please don't touch me. And that's hacking away every time I say, he's done. The class is over. Oh, we're just fucking starting. From here, if I do this and her hand should be up for the love of God, perfect. She could also bend the knees. There, she's not there anymore. That's a fucking important thing to learn, okay? You don't necessarily have to block things. You don't necessarily have to do anything fancy. Just get out of the way, okay? So you could be backing away. There's nothing wrong with that. But every time you back away from something, you still have to come in eventually, okay? Or just fucking run. If from here, I swing, yes. Where is she now? There we go. We're learning things. Okay, so if I'm swinging and you drop a level, you can also end up in an advantageous position. Okay, so just a little bit more. Me and my partner, weight in the toes, 2 hands, 1 hand distance. Hands are in the middle. Perfect. Make a fist to touch the face. Never reach with your fingers for the love of God. Open palm to touch the sides. Always block with your elbows. Yes, yes. Good, good. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Nothing wrong with that. Good. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Good.
I actually did instinctively.
I know. It's almost like you keep doing things and you get
I
better.
didn't think so.
Now, this time, I'm going to swing. You're going to drop a level. Good. Every once in a while, feel free to drop a level. Okay? So we're going to keep doing the same drill, but it's your choice. Okay? I'm doing good. I'm going to go really slow, and I'm going to change things up a little bit today. Yes. 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 Doing good. 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 It's okay. You're doing good. 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 Nothing wrong with that. Yes. 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 Very good. Just building your reflexes. Not a professional fighter yet. You're fine. Yes. Yes. All right. I'm super happy with that. Let's move on. So what we're going to deal with today, the haymaker from a distance. Okay, so she's about a hand's distance away from me. If I'm here, we're going to refer to this as a sucker punch. Okay? So nothing wrong with that. That's a very good reaction. You say, fucking shit, don't do that. Perfectly fine. Okay? Fucking shit, don't do that. Perfectly fine. If I was to take a big step back right now, a good reflex for her is to step in. Now, if I go to hit, so proud of you. Okay? That's a very good reflex to have. Base. Your reflex should not be shit base. Your reflex should be, I do this a lot. Okay? Step into base, have your hands up. Okay? So number 1, sucker punch. Boom. Now, this would be known as a haymaker. So again, 1 hand's distance. If I take a step back, let's call that a haymaker. Nothing wrong with that. Okay? Not everybody's going to start fighting that close. What happens if I decide I'm going to hit her from here? Yeah, not bad. Okay? So, a good reflex to build is having somebody coming at you for the haymaker as well, because not everyone is fucking Anderson Silva, okay? This happens. Big, stupid swing. Big old stupid John Wayne shit, okay? So what I want from you is not necessarily fuck as a reflex. What I want is that cover, okay? And we're gonna cover, we're gonna drop a level. So remember, in the previous class, we talked about how to cover. I'm not necessarily doing this all the time. Okay, there's a lot of different contexts how I cover. Okay, for today, what we're doing is combing the hair. Okay, we're going to comb the hair, hand slides back, the chin is tucked, and the elbow is in. You should be looking from underneath your eyebrows. Okay, so not like this, not a big wide open space. This looks like something, but it's nothing. Huge spot to get hit. Okay, take it away. Roll your ear and your shoulder together. Tuck your chin, look from underneath your eyebrows, and hide everything. If your elbow is out and it gets clipped, I know it's gonna hurt them, but guess who else it's gonna hurt? Tuck your elbow in, trust me. There's little bits of bone floating around in there to this day, okay?
You do this too? Like your
I
shoulder?
huddle up in a ball and cry every time I get in fights, okay? My job is to, I wanna become solid, right? So right now I'm a little gangly and floppy and there's a whole bunch of things that can go wrong. I want to go like that, okay? So when I go to swing at you, you're going to do it for me just quickly, okay? Let's get you on this side. Pause, stand right here. Come back. Readjusting for multiple cameras. So let's assume she came running at me. And let's also assume that she's not a midget. Okay? That's a very important thing because she's tiny. When I come, yeah, whatever. When she swings, yeah, I know, right? I can't even go there. My job is actually to add weight. If she's dropping a level, if she's lower than me, I can add weight. If she's taller than me, I'm gonna slip. I'm gonna come up underneath, okay? So for the sake of argument today, my partner is 6 foot tall, okay? If she gives me a big haymaker, chances of me getting this are pretty slim. Chances of me getting this are pretty high, okay? So imagine you're putting a shoehorn on, okay? So your partner is going to give you a big swing. You're gonna drop a level and step, okay? So when we step, we're stepping forward with the same side that we were blocking on. This hand is going to end up being like a bit of a bungee cord, and it's going to hook onto the hip, all right? So your partner's going to give you that big swing again. Here, that's where we want to be. My hand is hugging the hip bone. From here, I'm going to keep my hand attached, and I'm going to work my way around to the back. Again, try and be as solid as possible, butter. Boom, perfect. From here, when I get to here, I don't want, when I get to here, I don't want to stay disconnected. Turn your back and hit me with an elbow. Yes, that's terrible for me, okay? So anytime I get into a clinch, I need to take out as much slack as humanly possible, okay? Again, pause. I'm hugging the hip bone, and I'll turn on a second to show you. When I get to here, the first thing I'm doing is connecting my head to them, and I'm shuffling around on an angle, okay? I do not need to be all the way here. Here is perfectly fine. I'm gonna S-grip my fingers, clamp my elbows, and I'm gonna hide my face on the back. Turn with me, please. From here, I don't have my head off, and I am not dropping a level here. I keep my ear in between the scapulas. If she was to elbow me, it's not gonna cause any damage, okay? If I was here, definite damage. Please don't even try. Here, nice and snug, and I'm not dropping a level. I'm gonna keep my hips up underneath me the entire time, okay? So right now, if she walks away, my nose is not before my toes. I don't want my shoulders passing my knees. I'm here, I'm squatting down, okay? Mostly I'm squatting down because she's tiny. If I had an Andrew around here, I don't need to do that. Here's fine. For her, here's fine. For someone shorter than her, here's fine. Nothing is fine about this. Nothing is fine about this, okay? That can be used against you by accident. So again, I get you on this side of this, and we talk about that. Hold the S-grip. My partner is going to be here, and let's pretend for the sake of argument, we have more space for camera, and she's not starting from that. She's starting from way over here. I want her to have good timing. Yes, good. I also want her to have a good entry. Yes, perfect, that's fine, okay? One last time, then you're gonna do it to me. Pause here, I didn't get to enter. She gives me that swing. I drop a level. I shoot in. When I shoot in, I'm hugging the hip bone itself, okay? From here, my head touches, my hands collect, and I take out all the slack. Now my partner, from here, turn to the when I'm holding on, I want you to test this. Not only is your head nice and snug, you need to be holding the hips, okay? That's not helping. From here, I want you to literally turn around towards me. Yes, that's a thing. Yeah, that too. Pause. Do the same thing. It's different, is it? And I'm not squeezing any tighter. Okay, she's being dramatic. I'm not squeezing. It's my forearm on the hip bone. Okay? So what I want from you on this, if I'm here and I'm hugging the belly moves. Okay? The belly moves. It's going to be able to slip easily. The bone doesn't. Okay? So what I want, if you look at this, hold your arms up, please. From here, my forearm is riding the hip line. Okay? So my forearm is like a crowbar against the hips. I'm going to S-grip my fingers. I'm not holding on. I can gable grip if I want to. What if they're fat? I need a little bit more space. Get used to the S-grip, plus you're going to have more shoulder movement, okay? Never hold on with a C-clamp on the wrist. Push your hip forward. I'll lose that every time. Monkey grip, S grip, gable grip. Let me fix this. 1 second. Sorry. Just need to change the Wi-Fi thing. Professional.
Entertain you with some, I don't know.
She's entertaining you. Apologies on that end. Okay, so again, from here, when we get here, the forearm is going to be a bit of a crowbar up against the hip bone. I'm not going to be holding on with a C clamp because a C clamp can slip. It has its time and it has its place. For now, your backhand is either going to be a monkey grip, it's going to be an S grip, or it's going to be a gable grip. Okay, and if you want to get fancy with your grips, help yourself. I don't give a shit. If you want strength and structure, take out the slack rather than trying to be strong. So one more time, gable grip just means high five, but I have no thumbs. That's it. So hug your thumbs. High five. Thumbs. Okay. So for me, I found that hiding my fingers, because I used to work in a lot of Krav Maga schools, and the first thing they always do is nuts, eyes, fingers, just to prove a point. You know what? It never works. Okay. You grab my fingers from here. Where are my fingers? They're not there. From here, my fingers are a little bit available. That's not going to stop me. I'm going to get the takedown before that happens. Also, you pissed me off. Okay. So you get good at this. Hiding the fingers is always good, right? If you got little shit grips like that, that peel fingers, it sucks sometimes, okay? So stick with those. Monkey, S, gable, okay? And then you can do a 3-finger gable later when you're doing baseball matchups and shit. Partner's gonna give me a big ass swing. I'm dropping a level, I'm hooking the hip as I step in, I'm cutting an angle, my ears nice and snug against the back. S grip. Shoulder takes out the slack, elbows take out the slack. Have your partner test and see if they can turn back towards you in any direction.
No.
Feels pretty solid to me. Okay, elbow me in the face. Really mean it. Swing hard. Absolutely shit all is happening to me. Now, what?
That's cool.
It is. Now you can practice picking them up. Okay, so I'm already on an angle. Come with me a little bit. Let's play pause. From here, if I'm like this, I can't pick you up with my lower back. If I'm like this, I could easily pick you up with a scoop of my hips. Okay, so when you get to the back, establishing the rear clinch, take out the slack, hold them correctly, and let them test you. See if they can elbow your face, see if they can turn their hips properly. Then pick them up, put them down. No takedown today. Ready? Okay. If I were you, I'd have my fucking hands up. Yes.
Jesus.
Yes. Pause here. Yes. Not bad. You feel this? Pause. Step on an angle. Just here. Yes. Does this feel like base? You recognize that? Yes. You feel that?
Yeah.
Good. Pick me up. Use your hips. 100%. Let's do that one more time. Do it again.
I lost 5 years of my life.
Where's your base? Where's your base? Where's your base? You won't hold my hip bones. Pause. Drop a level. Relax, relax. You're okay. Drop a level. Drop a level. Pause. So bending the knees, pinch your elbows, roll your shoulder. That feels much better already. Good. And if I were you, I'd pick me up. Good. Not bad. Let's do that again.
No.
Pause. Find your base. You look like you're in neutral base right now, aren't you? The arm that's forward should be the leg that's forward forever. Do you feel this? Connect your shoulder. Do you feel this?
Okay.
You're in. Find your base. Yes. Yes. Pick me up. Yes. Okay.
Oh my God.
Pause and turn to the camera. So stand in front of the camera. Just pause. Turn to the camera. Walk to your left. Pause. Walk to your right. Pause. Neutral base is useless. This is tug of war. Walk to your left, walk to your right. You feel that? Walk to your left, walk to your right. Useless. Walk to your left, walk to your right. Go away from me. Do I look like I'm in base? Find your base. You need to be in base, okay? If you're not, everything is a struggle. Everything is a fight. Finding your base and taking out the slack is what makes jiu-jitsu so good, okay? Other than that, it's just complicated moves. They're dance moves that you have to remember. Big thing for you to remember forever. Distance management. Find your base. Find a safe place. Everything after that is noise, okay? You can learn whatever you want from YouTube and use it after that, all right? So one last time. If I were you, I'd put my hands up, and when you hook me, hold on to me, hold me, and stay with me forever. Yes, perfect. Find your base. That's actually really good. Pause here. Not bad. Pick me up. Yes. She is picking. She's picking me up with her hips. Again, you are not lifting with your back. You are scooping with your hips. Okay? So your hips end up being like a shovel. All right? Okay?
In a real life situation, I would just run.
Nothing wrong with that. Feel free to run the fuck away. There's nothing wrong with that. Nope, good. Somebody's running at me swinging. It's a good reflex to build, okay? Not being afraid of these things. If somebody does this, yes, that's a very good reflex to have, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a very good reflex to build, okay? This is a good game. Yes, it's a very good game to play. You do not have to be a badass motherfucker. I want you to feel good walking in the car park at 12 o'clock at night, okay? I want you to not be like forever. Just start to relax a little bit.
Walk like this.
Yeah, forever. Forever. Just be aware. Situational awareness is a huge thing, okay? Knowing that this asshole from over here, that maybe I'm arcing up, maybe I'm being a cunt. Does it look like I'm being a bit of an asshole right now? Yeah, it's not hard to see, okay? If it's a little bit more stealthy, maybe I get a little bit closer. You don't know I'm an asshole yet. What was that? That's a pretty big tell, all right? So if we're playing poker in life, that's a big fucking tell, right? This random person doesn't know what they're doing. Oh, wow. How often does that shit happen? Not very often. It's mostly the arcing up that you have to look out for. This kind of shit, this kind of shit, playing with the belt, this kind of shit. That's what you need to watch out for, okay? So now, you know it's fucking coming. Not bad. Not bad. Good. Pick me up, put me down, tell me to shut up. Shit. Not fucking bad for a 4-foot girl. It's pretty good. Okay. So, moving on to the ground portion of the class, we're going to do a quick review. Fuck. We're going to do a quick review of what's known as punch block. Okay? So, this is a good place. I'm going to tilt the camera down just a little bit. Actually, no, you're going to have to stand there. You guys deal with it. Come over here, please. And lay down on your back. Actually, pause. No, come here. Actually, let's give context. I love giving context. Okay? I want you to touch my face. Where did I end up? I ended up in the mount. Okay? It's a terrible situation. Blah, blah, blah. She goes to touch my face. I do a body full takedown and get to the mount. Maybe I suck at mount. Shit. Punch my face. Shit. I don't even know how to go inverted. Come back. Let's go over here. If I get rolled off from the mat, she ends up between my legs. This is known as inverted mount. Okay? From here, distance has to be managed. And there's only 2 ways of going about that. Make a fist. Reach for my face, pause. Who's gonna win? Okay? My job is either to cover the distance to manage the damage or create distance to manage the damage. Okay? So, again, starting with a part from closed guard, from here, if I have their posture broken down, stage 1, perfect. Whole class devoted to this. If she swings, stage 2, perfect. Whole class devoted to it. She sits up, perfect. From here, stage 3, I created the distance. If she stands up, perfect. Stage 4, I've still got distance. Touch my face. 100%. Okay? So pause for the cat. That's actually a pretty good angle on both, right? How's that camera going? Fuck them. Who cares about them? All right. So from here, my feet are on the hips. This is what's known as stage 4 in the punch block defense series of events. Okay? I want you to reach for my face. Really mean it. Go for my face. Big swings. You fucking mean it. Perfect. What's in the way? My feet. Okay? So with my feet in the way, good Lord, woman, stand up. Pause. From here, when I'm not bearing weight and she's not trying to hit me, I can always back them away. Okay? So from here, pop. Just a quick pop to the knee. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, we're going to change angles so you can walk away. If I were you, I would back away. Perfect. Okay. How's everything on here? Good enough. Okay. So again, like I said, from stage 4, if she's trying to touch my face, let her touch my face. There's something in the way. Okay? The moment she backs up, I no longer have to bear that weight. I can always kick them and make them go away a little bit. Okay. So here's a little bit of a drill. From here, if my legs are out in front of me, if I'm just kind of laying like this, I want you to kick my leg. That hurts. I want you to kick my leg. That hurts. You kick my leg. Okay, it's a lot harder for somebody to kick your legs without coming into distance if you are in the right shape. Okay? If my legs are out here and they're hanging around, kick my leg, slow pulse. From here, I can't get to her, but she can get to me. If I pull my heels to my butt, okay, even if you're not flexible and you hold on to your shins and pull them in, kick my leg again. I'm going to get to her before she can get to me, okay? So pause. Come in. Pause. Swing the leg like you're going to kick. Good. Okay. Good. Take a step back. Pause here. Swing the leg like you're going to kick me. Good. Again. I'm going to be able to get to them before they can get to me. That's an important thing to understand is the distance management of this drill, okay? So your heels need to be pulled in, knees wide. You can hold onto your shins and tuck them in a little bit if you need to, but your partner's going to walk towards you, and when they walk towards you, they're going to bend their knee forward past their toes. Past their toes, yes, because when you kick, come in, if it was weak, I can buckle the knee and cause permanent damage on my partner. I don't want to do that, okay? So we're going to just gently touch. And when we touch, we're not going toes upwards. I want you to turn. I want you to have a bit of a tick, okay? From here, boom. I want the broad surface of my foot touching the kneecap, all right? Partner, remember to put your weight firmly into the knee so you don't hurt them. Good. All right, back up again. From here, my partner comes and kicks me. Boom. Okay. Also, a good game to play, good timing game, is the moment they kick is when you kick. Okay? Because they have no base. Yeah. And their knee is turning on a very weird angle. And the ACL is going to tear when you're kicking. Okay? So, slow motion kick. Pause as that knee is turning. That's a great time to buckle that knee in. Okay? But in the case of violence, you don't really have too much of a choice. I don't know what they're going to do. My job is to stay safe first, okay? And then make them back off. So you come in, you don't feel like coming in, you might want to back off. Okay, keep backing off. Keep backing off. I don't know what the right range is when I can start to stand. This feels safe-ish. Come back in. I say ish. Okay, so it's up to you to decide the context of the fight. There's never going to be like a golden rule, like they've scooted back 3 times, you're allowed to sit up. No, maybe they scooted back and they got angry and they ran back in. So that's going to be a personal decision on your part. Maybe you should play with the ball and chain drill a lot more. Okay, so swinging that belt and deciding when is a good time to come in. When's a good time for me to stand up? When they're not fucking there. Because right now it's getting badly for me. Okay, so pause. We're on the ground. Start with your partner, 2 feet on the hips, heels in. From here, they're no longer reaching for you. We're going to go over the rollover defense in just a bit. But when I'm not bearing too much weight, I can always kick them away. Make them not want to be there. Okay? And don't get too anal retentive on what to kick. Kick everything. Okay? Up, down, knee, groin. Don't care. Make them not want to be there. Pull your heels in. Your partner's going to practice coming in again, and they're going to be safe about it. Good. Good. Okay. I want you guys to feel that one though, by the way. So take a step back. Can I kick you?
No.
Can you kick me?
Yes.
Whose fault was that? Get a little bit closer. Can I kick you?
No.
Can you kick me? Whose fault was that? Come in. Can I kick you?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I want from you guys. Okay? I want you to try that once, please. 2 feet on the hips. Is now a good time to kick me? It's not, is it? It's not. Split drop. You remember that?
Split drop. It's when I let you.
Pause. Put 2 feet on my hips. If my weight is leaning in, I need you to hold me. If my weight is leaning in, you're safe. Don't freak out. Take away one leg. Split drop. Okay? If somebody is leaning in and you want to bring them in, spread your knees wide. Yes, good. Build a ramp so that I don't headbutt you. I headbutt your elbow and bring me into the closed guard. Perfect. Come back. Is now a good time to kick me?
No.
Exactly. Okay. If you are bearing weight, do not take off the pillar that's holding up the roof. Okay? If you are bearing weight, now is not the time. Yes, yes. Okay, so just a quick body wiring drill from here. Do you feel it? If you took away a leg, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, you're good. Okay, and when you do this, there's a multitude of ways to do this. Okay, right now, this isn't gonna do anything to me. That is, okay? Heel downwards as hard as you can. Knee. I don't like that. Make sense? Okay, pause here. Maybe I'm like this and you're not bearing any weight. That's not gonna do anything to me yet. This is, okay. Boom, pause here, extend the leg, hold the heel down. Okay, so straight up, high five. Touch me with the heel, boom. Okay, so there's a lot of ways to hit somebody, all right? Don't just go and pretend that that's real. It's not real, okay? Useful strikes is what we're looking for. Not world-ending knockout strikes. Just these tiny little things. Pause here. Does that hurt?
No.
That does, okay? Use your heel. It's like a ball peen hammer.
Why?
2 feet on the hips. Is it a good time?
No.
Is it a good time? Use it. Ah, I don't want to be here. Very good work. Stick your legs out. Pause here. I can get you, you can't get me. Pull your heels in. For me to be able to get to you, yes. Yes. Turn your toes out, give it a tick. Yes. Mean it. Good. Okay. Ah, that's painful. Good work. Okay? First line of defense. Now, what happens if I say forget? That's huge. That's a very important thing to learn, okay? So, some of you might have been to another club and they do this warm-up where they go like this. Jiu-Jitsu! Your job when you're doing these little windmills is actually a defense, okay? So exactly like, sit in front of me. Faster than that. Put your hands up. Don't let me touch your face. Fantastic. Stand up, please. Put a foot on my chest. Boom. That's terrible for me. Put a foot on my chest. That's not terrible for me. Okay? So what we're going to do is a flinch drill on the ground. The very first part of the flinch drill is to have your heels in. And when your partner comes towards you, touch them before they can touch you. Just get used to it. Now, over time, I want you guys to relax into this. Come on in, pause. You're okay, not gonna kick you. I want you to put a foot on my chest. Big stomp, perfect. Now, what I'm doing is a warm-up. I'm doing little wheels with my legs. When I do it, my legs aren't flopping around, my feet aren't useless, they're hooks. My toes are pulled to me, my heels are pushed away, and when I do this circle, it's like a scooping action, okay? So my partner's gonna put their foot on my chest, and I'm gonna take it across the center line in slow motion for as many times as it takes to build the reflex. Again, please. If my foot's floppy, that's not gonna, yeah, be a dick and put your foot on my chest. If my foot's floppy, yes. What I need is that hook. I need my toes pulled towards me. If she does that again, puts all the weight in that foot, I need to be able to move that out of the way. Let's turn one more time, just here. Foot on the chest. Oh no. Perfect. Okay, come back, please. Common mistake that you're gonna have with this. Foot on the chest. Don't use the same side leg. Okay? I always want to be off on an angle at the end of this. So whatever leg is coming up, the opposite leg parries. Okay? One more time. Whatever leg, opposite leg. Now use your other leg. Whatever leg comes up, it's the opposite leg. And we go slow and slow and slow. Okay? One more time. Yes. Good. Other leg. Yes. Good. Time. Let's swap roles. Okay. Your partner's not going to kick your knees. You're going to start here. One leg's distance. When I take my foot, I want you to move your hands, please. I'm going to take my foot and I'm going to put it on their stomach. Okay? Then I'm going to do it again. She's going to use the opposite leg, toes pulled to her, to make me say, ah, that's not the stomach. Okay? Ah, it's not the stomach. Perfect. Pause, sit up. You're fine. Hold your hands up. Ah, that's not the face. You're literally doing a Flinch draw on the ground. Okay? Lay down one more time. Perfect. Perfect. Nothing wrong with this. She's looking really good. Yes. Really happy with the looks. Good. Okay. Stay where you are. Okay. So this is going to be fun to watch. When I do this, I'm going to mean it. All right? So you can practice this a million times like this, but eventually mean it. Okay? So when I'm going to stop somebody, I'm not doing this. What I want you to do is I want you to put all your weight in this foot. And I want you to be aware of the fact that I'm going to fall because of this. Be ready to take my back. You're fine. Slow motion. Well, fuck me. That was really good. What I want you to do is practice the idea of the foot having all the weight into it. Let your momentum go and let your partner take you back. Okay? So you have to build that reflex of shit, they're falling is not shit. It should be take the back. Take the back. Put the hooks in. Take the back. One more time. That's really bad, but good for you. Put on the seatbelt. Yes. Gain some semblance of control. Good work. Okay. Okay. Ah, safe. Safe. Good. The more you mean it, the easier it's going to be for your partner to practice this. Okay? But when you do this, I want you to go super slow. And when you take the back, let's remember that when we take the back, the legs are going to wrap around the waist like the guard. Avoid crossing the feet for now. Okay? Later on, it'll be fine. Put on a seatbelt. Go ahead and pick a kill side. Previous classes, we talked about that, and we're going to re-talk about it for the rest of my life. Okay? So don't feel like you missed out on anything. The main thing I want you to focus on today, parry the kicks. Okay? So either you're going to touch the knee and say no, or you're going to parry the stomp. All right? So that's the first part of the class, is the Flinch drill. Now let's move on with that. I'd like you to stand up, please. Now, this is going to be the hardest part of the class for me because I have to figure out how to keep us both on the camera. What I want from you is to keep them lined up. So here's another example of how it's a flinch drill. I'd like you to stand in front of me. Hands up. Okay. From here, I want you to shape up. Make two fists. Perfect. I want you to touch my face. Perfect. Okay. Big swings. Perfect. You're doing really good. Okay. Hold out your left hand. We have distance managed. Okay. If you were to take a step towards me, touch my face. Shift. Take a step towards me. Yes. I keep the distance. You step away. I keep the distance. If she was to walk that way, well, shit. Okay, my job is to keep her in line with my hip bones. Okay, so imagine I had two laser pointers on the hips, and I find my base, and my partner takes a step back, and I say, no, I'm with you. She takes a step in, no, I'm still here. She takes a step left, cool, I'm here. She takes a step right, cool, I'm here. Okay, and we would test each other's base for that. If she was to circle around me, pause where you are. I want you to start to walk in a half circle. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Perfect, come back, please. We can't demonstrate this because if she walks too close to me, I have to move away and keep my distance as well. But for you to understand, if she walks this way and keeps her distance from me, good, come back, please. I'm not going to do this. Good, pause. Go back that way. I'm pivoting off of my front foot and I keep her in lines with my hip bones. Okay? If she goes this way, I keep her in line with my hip bones. This way, I keep her in line with my hip bones. That's important you understand that. Okay? Because now we're on the ground. If she was to go that way, this is very bad for me. I need to keep her in line with my hip bones and I need to keep distance managed. If she was to come in towards me, I need to keep that distance managed. If she wanted to cut an angle so that I couldn't do that, well, shit. My job is to keep her in line with my hip bones and distance managed. So there's a couple ways we can go about this. Yeah, I'm fine. Good, good. Okay, good. I want you to go this way. It's different now. Okay, so the structure of how we move is different. There's a couple ways that this is taught. Taught by doing this and rocking, and we'll talk about that at the end. But right now, if I just put my foot on the ground and I was to start to do a bit of a hip, look at that. I can move myself fairly well. Okay, if I was to do it the opposite way, right now it's very weak. What we want is structure, okay? So from here, if she's coming this way, you don't have to stay where you are and pause. If she's coming this way, that's the leg, touches the ground, and it just drags me in line, okay? This seems anal retentive, but trust me, it's gonna help you later. If she goes this way, I'll swap legs. This way, I'll swap legs. And I'm always loading one up. It's always ready to strike. Okay? Think of it like a snake. It's not just flopping around doing fucking nothing. It's here, ready for the kick. I need that distance to be managed. Okay? So again, it seems like nothing, but what we don't want is to push off that foot. We want to pull like a hip escape. Okay? That works. Now the distance got managed. Back away. Okay, from here, I feel okay sitting up. I don't necessarily have to build my frame to come up. What I can do is lock my core and do my warm-up. I come up on my side. Now from here, I feel all right. If she comes a little bit closer, fuck it, I'm back. That's cool. I didn't say, fuck it, I have to stay there. If she backs away, I lock my core, I pick a side, and I come up. If she continues to back away, I can stay in a base, okay? If she comes back in, there's nothing wrong with coming back down to the start and kicking the living shit out. Okay? Now, if she was to come in for a kick, the distance is going to get managed. If she was to come in for a stomp, I'm going to make sure it goes off the center line. When she backs away from me and she decides to pick an angle, my foot hits the ground on the side she's going and I follow. She goes the other way, I'll switch feet. Okay, good. She backs away again. Further, further, further off camera. From here, I feel confident. I'm okay like this. All right? Now, whole lot of ifs in life. Maybe there's another asshole I gotta worry about over there. What's the easiest way for me to get to that? That's not easy. Okay? This is. I want to make it as fluid as possible to line myself up with things. Okay? So before we do the roll over the fence, last part of this is called teeter-totter. So what you have is you have a bit of the heel drag pulling you left and right if you're on your back. If you're not on your back and you need to change angles, yes, it's doable. This is going to be a little bit easier, a little bit faster, okay? And that's going to help you later on in jiu-jitsu, not just fighting, okay? Learning that you can come off on an angle and do things. Granby rolls, inversions, etc. I'll shit on it for the rest of my life. You don't ever need to go inverted for anything, trust me. But there's always an option. There's always an option. I'm just going to make it fucking useful for once. And I'm just going to teeter-totter to the side and line my hips up. She's going to go over there. Teeter-totter to the side, line my hips up. I didn't have to work very hard for that, okay? I'm happy with that. And you've done that multiple times. I'd like to teach one last thing. Okay. We're going to do what's called the rollover defense, okay? Now, I'll get you to stand in front of me for this. Here? Yes. Stage 4. I've got my feet on the hips. I'm not letting them in. I want you to hold on to my ankles and throw them across. Shit. That's an important game to play, okay? So, first rule, she grabs onto my ankles. She never gets to have 2 ankles, okay? Never. I don't care if there's a split drop involved. I never let them grab 2, okay? If she was to lift both of those from here, I'm never going to let her stack me. I can walk on my shoulders. Good. If she was to, perfect. Boom, walk away from me. Yes. Good. That's a good game to play. But for now, maybe she doesn't get to have 2. Pause. Throw one across. Shit. Throw one across. I keep my hips in line with my partner. Okay? So number one thing from here, weight distribution. I'll talk about that at the end, but for now, we're just going to do a dance move. My partner's going to hold one ankle with 2 hands, and they're going to throw it across in slow motion. From here, if my hips come with me, she's on my back. What I want to do when she does that is turn my hips towards her. So continue, 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 continue. My foot finds the hip. My foot finds the hip. I line back up, okay? Now, I'm going to overcomplicate shit out of that. Hold on to my ankle with 2 hands. Right now, I want you to lift my heel to the ceiling. It's very light. If I was to pull my heel to the ground and anchor it to my shoulder, it's much harder. It's much heavier for you to lift, okay? So it's not about being heavy and annoying so much as I've made a structure that can move easier. If she was to throw that to the side, it's much easier for me to come back in line. Okay, so one more time, again, with jiu-jitsu, feeling is more important than doing. Feeling is more important than seeing. Right now, my heel is heavy to the ground, but let go of my heel. Did I do that? No, I have base, I have connection. You feel that. Okay, let go. I'm still here. Okay, I'm lifting my butt off to the ground. My weight is in my shoulder on the opposite side. I've become a nuisance, and she really throws it. That's what brings me in line. The more effort someone puts in, the more they get back, okay? Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to hold that again. Slow motion, pull it to the side. My hips don't keep going. My hips don't stay in line, okay? I'm always using that connection to turn myself. My foot finds the hip, my foot finds the hip, and I line my hip bones back up, okay? So it's not a game of being fast. Through the leg. It's not, again, through the leg. No, it's a game of being a heavy sack of shit that says, fine, move my leg. I'm not going anywhere. I don't have to do this. You're the one that makes me do it. Make me do it. Make me do it. Throw my leg. Mean it. Mean it. Yes. That's what makes it a real thing. Okay? Back away. There we go.
Yes.
Lay down here. Head to the camera. Pause here. I want you to make this heavy. Pause. I want you to slowly pull your heel to the ground and think about connecting your heel to your right shoulder. Yes, that's much better. Stand up, please.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I know. Jiu-Jitsu has to be felt, not seen. Okay? Find your base. Neutral. Face the camera. Connect your right foot to your left shoulder. Your base is shit. Your base is shit. Find your base. Base. Connect your right foot to your left shoulder. Not bad. Okay, that's pretty decent. Connect your left foot to your right shoulder. That's not bad, Elisa. Good. Lay down on your back, head to the camera. Connect your left foot to your right shoulder. Yes. Yes. Do you feel that? Okay. Keep your hips in line with me. Yes. Yes. Put your foot on my hip. Yes. Bring yourself back in line. Good. Again. Connect your foot to your shoulder. Lean it. Relax. You're okay. Yes. Don't push. Don't push. Pull. Ground. Yes. Good. Okay. That's heavy. Yes. That's heavy. Don't let your spine bend. If I lift, keep your spine straight. Yes. Good. Yes. Good. Yes. That's fine. Okay. Even if she doesn't get to make a firm connection on me, she's still in line with me. Okay? I'm the one that has to come in. So again, this time, feet on the hips. Okay, lift your body off of the ground. Notice how I step back? Good. Connect. Yes. Connect. Yes. That's how the shit. Connect. Yeah. Fuck, you're dead. Yes. Good. Maybe kick me away. Good. Maybe kick me away. Yes. No, you better be ready. All right. So when we play this game, play the game. Okay. Don't struggle. Connect to your partner. Let me touch your face. Let me touch your face. Yeah, you're doing good. Let me touch your face. Let me touch your face. Yes, that's better than nothing. Don't let me touch your face. Good, doing good. Don't let me touch your face. Doing really good. Yes, yes. Maybe back me away. All right, fine. Maybe back me away. Yes. Keep me in line. Yes. Pause. Don't lay flat on your back. When you do this motion, turn your hip and push, push. Baby, push. Yourself in line with me. Better. Yes. 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 Keep that leg up. That doesn't get to help you. That's for killing. Yes. Touch my knee. Touch my knee. Yes. Touch my knee. Yes. Touch my knee. Yes. Yes. Good. Stand up. You're fine. Oh, there's more to add on about standing up and bearing weight. Hands up. Well, let me touch your face. It's more complicated over time. Yeah, that's why it's a flinch drill, right? Because over time, touch my face. You don't have to do that drill. You can cover and clinch, okay? When you feel confident on clinching, that's what matters, right? For now, I want you to build the confidence of no one's gonna stomp on me easily. No one's gonna kick me easily. No one's gonna touch my face easily. You have to kind of let them do that, okay? Practice. Practice not being afraid of somebody reaching for you, and practice not being afraid of saying, fuck it, let's die. All right? That's a good reflex to have over time. Okay. You feel all right? Everything all right?
No, just want to say when you do the parrying, kind of hurt. Like if I try to do it,
Yeah, right?
it hurts. Just saying.
All right, be careful with your partner. So what I was doing is a body fold takedown. Here's a quick add-on to the body fold takedown. Get you stand in front of the camera. Pause. I don't know if that's affecting the recording. So with the body fold, so we've done this in previous classes. We're going to redo it forever. Now, if I cover in clinch, it doesn't matter how I'm covering for now. For now, advanced classes, you're going to be covering in a very specific way. Okay. So when you come in from here, I'm holding on to the tailbone. Okay. I'm not just holding on to the back. Push your butt back. I'm going to lose that. Okay. Tailbone. Push your butt back. Remember when you said it hurts?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So I want you to turn your hips. Yes. When you turn your hips, I no longer have the tailbone. You have the hip bone. Now from here, you still have takedowns. Okay? Because some of the responses to this, do the body fold for me, please. One response for me, pause. From here, if my hips are going, I'm going. So what I can do is I can turn my hips, and I can also overhook the arm. Okay? So there's responses to these things. You need to be ready for them. Okay, please.
No.
A body fold. Pause. If I turn my hips, good. I want you to bend your elbow a little bit. Pinch your elbows. I want you to start to hold this elbow down. Yes. Where do I not have base? Yeah, I look like I'm in neutral base, don't I?
Yeah.
Okay. So start to pull my hip in and start to tip. And I'll put my hand on the ground. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Yes. Okay. So we can go over that in advanced class. There's rebuttals to everything. Okay. But for now, huge thing to walk away with today. Haymaker defense. It doesn't have to be this. You can always go underneath, hook the hip, bury yourself and find your base. You got a multitude of cool takedowns off of that, okay? Now, after that, we did punch block, wrap, kick block, okay? So you need to be aware of distance management with your feet, not just your hands. You got any questions about this class? Okay, let's go. Anybody's interested, it's not registered, but I'm going to be doing another class this evening. I'm going to refilm yesterday's class with Andrew. We're going to be going over the Kimura and the leg hook takedown at about 5:30. It hasn't been announced, but if you got spare time, feel free to tune in. Okay? Have a wonderful day.